Hey everybody, welcome to the SkyLounge here to review some Lakers action as we win 130 to 127 against OKC. And listen, coming into this game, we faced OKC before a couple days ago at Staples Center. Got a win, eked it out, but saw that this OKC team is pretty damn good. And for us, thankfully, got one young cat back, Kyle Kuzma, eye abrasion. Fix that up with some goggles. You had the Horace Grant or Big Game James Worthy goggles. Whatever decade you want to pinpoint the goggles on. But he's rocking the fucking goggles now, man. And I hope he keeps rocking it. I wanted to get like that old school James Worthy scuba goggle kind of shit. That'd be great. But this game started off with a very similar feel with the other game. We're very close from the beginning, where if OKC goes on a bit of a stretch run, Lakers answer back with a bit of a stretch run, and you just see this kind of back and forth between these two teams, and you realize that, yeah, as on paper, OKC looks depleted and not that great. It's a total team effort. And guess what? The pieces that they got around in that squad, they're not scrubs. Steven Adams, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, CP3, Danilo Gallinari, even the cuntback Schroeder. Jesus Christ. I mean, we'll talk about him in a bit here. But the story for the Lakers, I mean, early in this first half became unnecessary turnovers. And, of course, your bench just doing damage. I mean, in this first half, your bench gave you, 24 points compared to OKC's 26. I mean, you got Caruso doing his big old thing, swinging it around. Big dick dude. And you know what? I appreciate the effort on offense that the Lakers were exuding. But I wasn't all that impressed with the defensive effort, or really lack thereof. And you just see OKC getting all these great looks, wide open shots. I mean, there are times where some of the fouls that the Lakers gave seemed a little too hasty, a little too panicky. And this total team effort from OKC just really gripped at the Lakers' throats early on. And what really gripped the Lakers situation more was the fact that Lakers superstars, the two superstars in LeBron James and AD, weren't getting the necessary field goals. They weren't shooting all that great, relatively speaking. The signature, fadeaway shots, or the fucking, mid-range jumpers, all the fucking threes, not a good chunk of them were going in for these two guys. And obviously, for our Lakers to succeed, not only does our bench, who was doing pretty well, have to succeed, our two-star superstar guys have to keep it going. But in this first half, it just became a tale of, all right, let's just make sure we could push these points out. We got our we got our fucking bench players going at it. Defense, kind of optional. But there were a lot of interesting moments in that first half, and one of which is LeBron James with a bit of a left knee bump. And I'll tell you what, man, anytime LeBron James or Anthony Davis winces in pain from an apparent injury or a knock, I freak out. My heart immediately drops because I think, oh my God, our season's done. Our season's done. Fuck! But that wasn't the case today. LBJ seemed okay. And you just saw OKC going off with their threes. These guys were getting really nice open looks, and you felt these threes going in. Some of these threes you're watching, you're like, that's going in. Like, that's good. That's good to go. And OKC kind of pulled away with the lead there. And with 2.4 seconds left in the first half, Rondo inbound passes, right? And this dude throws a fucking QB pass all the way to LeBron James, who, within that 2 or so seconds, flips the fucking ball around right to KCP. KCP fucking buzzer beater 3. Boom. confidence, swag, three-pointer to end the first half. 66 Lakers, 67 OKC. You heard that right. OKC was leading, and good God, they were just on it. And you know what? In the third quarter, they kept it going. They kept it going, despite the fact that the Lakers, early on in this third quarter, the first minute of it at least, went away with a 10-0 run. But OKC kept chipping and chipping with all these fucking efforts. You know, they go on a 17-3 run. They go on a 10-0 run. Shit like that. And you get a bit anxious. You do. But thankfully, in the second half, I mean, maybe some pep talk, maybe some, weed. I don't fucking know what it is. LBJ and AD start getting their fucking baskets. And you're feeling good. You're feeling confident. Right? And for OKC and the Lakers to trade back-to-back threes, trade these buckets, to make it so close, was fun. All around, it was fun. You just see two really good teams. Obviously, the Lakers are in a different kind of caliber, relatively speaking, to OKC, where it's funny because on Spectrum Sportsnet, the cats who talk about the Lakers all the time, they made a reference as to how this OKC team kind of reminds them of, the Lakers as of the last few years. Not really. They got CP3, so yeah, no. The Lakers were absolute dog shit for the last few years, and let's just leave it at that. But here's the thing. Our bench this year is doing work. I mean, they are absolutely doing work. And for guys like Kuz, KCP, Caruso, Rondo, Danny Green. I mean, obviously Danny Green's a starter, but the way he is utilized, he feels more of a role player, kind of like that guy coming off the bench at spurts, because he's not going to give you fucking 20 points each and every night. He's going to give you, around the teens, 2-3 clutch threes, right? I mean, that's what he's there for. And when you got guys like that, in rotation just coming out, giving you that impact points, it's huge. It makes a big difference. I mean, you got guys like Dwight. I mean, he might not give you the points, but he's giving you screens. He's getting you rebounds. And this feels like a much stronger team, relatively speaking, with the last few years where we've seen the Lakers just be bang average or mediocre at best. And so you end this third quarter where both teams are just having a solid time. Lakers only lead 106-103 by the end of the third quarter. Yeah, the scoreline was really high because the defense, as much of a defensive effort as individual teams would try to put up, the others would respond with brilliant buckets, and it just became this very good back and forth. And if you're a fucking, stats nerd, like, oh, all these points were scored, you're going to love this game. But if you like defense, this really wasn't the game. But here's the curious part when the fourth quarter starts. Rajon Rondo and Dennis Schroeder were already going at it a little bit in that first half of this game. And Rondo tries to stabilize his footing, I believe for a pass, right? And he accidentally fucking bumps his legs onto Dennis Schroeder's nuts. And this is labeled as a technical foul. This is one of the many stupid, blatant, awful fucking calls from the referees. And you just sit there wondering, like, okay, I know if I'm a Lakers fan, I'm bitching about the fucking refereeing being shit. It's going to go on deaf ears. But let's be honest, dude. You're watching this game, you're looking at the officiating and thinking, that call can't be right. Like, that's not a charging call, is it? That's not. How do you not give an and one on that? I mean, there's certain calls, certainly, with these referees where you really think, are you really getting paid this much money for calling nothing? You fucking idiot. And I know it's hard to do their jobs, but sometimes it's just common sense. I guess in the heat of the moment in the game, like, it's hard to discern and shit, but dude, do better. All right, that's all I'm trying to fucking say, right? And Schroeder gets the 2 fucking technical free throws. They get the ball. That's 4 points right there for them. And with Rondo getting ejected, you felt, okay, this is going to be a bit of a tough stretch. Our bench isn't really going to have that huge firepower to get us going. I mean, Rondo, 8 points on the night, but he gave us some really, really clutch threes, down the stretch in the third and second quarter. Guy was incredible today. And for him to be gone, it felt like, oh man, our bench is getting a little weak. But when you go into crunch time, less than 2 minutes left, you want your stars, your superstars, to get in action, to get in their killer mentality mode. I mean, Kobe Bryant used to do that all the time. We're so used to it. And so you got AD and LeBron James on the court, on the floor, just making sure this tight lead of 126 to 123 with a minute and 35 seconds left doesn't go out the fucking window and we take the L here, right? And the curious part is, like, the fucking misses and the turnovers by LeBron James was infuriating. It was absolutely infuriating. But you have somehow killed the clock to where it was 23 seconds left, and now it's still the same score. Right? People are panicking. I mean, I'm panicking. I'm panicking, motherfucker. I am. We miss. Duh. And Chris Paul fucking shoots a beautiful fucking basket. Lakers only lead 126 to 125. 11 seconds left. AD gets fouled. Free throws. 2 times. Makes them both. And you know what? When it's 128 to 125, you're just hoping that they don't get another good basket in. But they do. OKC does. And the score now is 128 to 127. 3.8 seconds left. AD goes to the free throw line again because, thank God, the inbounder LeBron James realized that, hey, we got to get the goddamn ball to the best free throw shooter on the team, Anthony Davis, who subsequently had a perfect free throw shooting night, 11 for 11, and he makes the 2 fucking buckets. Easy. 130 to 127. And this is where 3.8 seconds left. You got Chris Paul on the other side. It's dangerous. It's a very dangerous affair. And once CP3 gets the ball, he's trying to get the ball to the other side to Danilo Gallinari, I believe, who was on at least inside the paint to at least try to get a bucket or maybe a fucking 3 or lay it up, try to get fouled. But LeBron James is right there to steal the ball. And you know what? He may not have given us the points down the minute and 30-second mark, but holy shit, that presence of mind to be there and get the steal ends the game, and your Lakers win it 130 to 127. And I know it's not as fun as I'm describing it, but when I'm describing it, but if you watch the game, it's fantastic. Highlights, whatever you can, if you can catch a replay. This was a fun game, and it's a huge credit to OKC because you got guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, 24 points, 7 rebounds, 4 assists, 1 steal, 1 block, an absolutely all-around fantastic game from him. Danilo Gallinari, 15 points, 4 rebounds, 3 assists, and 1 steal. Another fantastic night for a player who's probably only going to get better with more pieces, future potential pieces added to OKC. You also got Steven Adams shooting near perfect, 90% from field goal. 22 points, 6 rebounds, 4 assists. I mean, Aquaman does it all, right? Guy's got strength in underwater and on land, and apparently now in the sky. And when you're speaking of the sky was at an all-time high for CP3, who had a pretty outstanding game all in all. 18 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists, and 1 steal. You had 6 players shooting from double digits for OKC. That led to such a fantastic game. This led to such a close game that you'd think, wow, OKC's not terrible. Wow, with all the moves and, the draft picks that they had to trade for, you would have assumed, like, oh, this is going to be a tank team. They're going to be terrible. No, they're not bad at all. They're actually pretty competitive night in, night out. And this is, maybe in the near future, this might be a fun team to watch. But Right now, they take the L, despite the fact that they had a very great all-around team game. And kudos to them for showing up and showing out. 6 players in double digits. That's no fucking fluke. That's just solid team effort. And I gotta give Billy Donovan some fucking credit there. I shit on him all the time. I shit on Sam Presti all the time, but this was an all-around good effort at home. But reality is, Lakers win it. The Lakers win it out. And listen, it's led by the man, the myth, the legend, Anthony Davis. 33 points, 10 rebounds, 7 assists, 1 steal, and 11 of those points were from free throws, which he made all of them. Perfect from the free throw line. Anthony Davis is amazing. I don't know. I really don't know what else to say. I really don't know what else to say. This dude is fucking amazing. Every time you watch him, you just figure, oh, you're not going to make that. Oh, shit, he made that. And the unicorn title might be given to Porzingis, but the brow is he's perfect just the way he is. Like the Bruno Mars song. And speaking of songs, man, to move you, to get you going, you gotta talk about LeBron James, the king. Yeah, I know, the self-proclaimed king, and I'm still gonna criticize him for that, but the reality is LeBron James showed out, especially in the second half, giving us 23 points in total, 6 rebounds, 13 assists, 1 steal, 1 block. Holy crap. The assist tally this guy's making is insane. Averaging just above probably 11 assists in the season overall. LeBron James is having a renaissance season. It's incredible to watch this guy, year 16? Just do this shit. And yeah, I mean, last year it was frustrating. You saw the lethargy, you saw the complacency, you saw the laziness in LeBron James. But now that he has a running partner, now that he has a fucking bench that was supplied by a GM who actually gave a shit and Rob Pelinka, and who probably did a little bit of a power maneuver to kick out Magic Johnson, this looks like a viable team. And LeBron James looks like a much better player. He looks like the player that I grew fond of and respected in that Cleveland team. You know, when he was there from 2015 to 2018, yeah. I mean, technically 2014, after they lost to the Spurs. You know, the Heat's lost to the Spurs in the NBA championship, where Kawhi Leonard won his first Finals MVP. But LeBron James has been looking fantastic. He's been looking fantastic. I mean, it's been incredible to watch him work. KCP deserves a mention here as one of the best players in this game. 17 points, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 1 steal. And yeah, he got crossed up at times. Yeah, he got a little bit lackluster on the defensive side, but holy crap. KCP to shake off that, rust, that kind of dull shit period, especially the early months of the season, he's bounced back. KCP's bounced back, and I really appreciate him just putting in the effort. Being part of the team. I mean, that's how you got to win these games, man. And a shout out to Kyle Kuzma. Kyle Kuzma, 10 points, 2 rebounds, and 2 blocks. I couldn't believe what I was seeing when I saw those 2 Kyle Kuzma blocks, because our boy Kyle Kuzma is playing defense. Ladies and gentlemen, our boy Kyle Kuzma is playing defense. I can't fucking believe it. It's awesome. It's awesome to watch all this happen. And, despite Rondo's rejection, our bench showed out. And when we needed them, AD, LeBron James did the business. And, like I mention all the time, I watch Spectrum Sportsnet when I'm watching basketball. And you got all these cats like Candace Parker, James Worthy, Chris McGee, doing just awesome work and talking about the Lakers. And, James Worthy, whenever we win, has a victory cigar, but I got my victory blunt here. And you know what, man? It is goddamn great to win. And the thing is, boys and girls, the Lakers have a back-to-back game tomorrow against Memphis. And I'm not going to lie to you. Very excited to watch that game, mainly because I really want to check out what Ja Morant is like, especially against a team like the Lakers right now, who are first overall in the NBA. I believe, top 5 in defense and offense, relatively speaking. And our trajectory seems to be good, even when we're down. Cool. Like, I can't wait to fucking see this matchup. And John Morant, oh man, I think he's Rookie of the Year, and I can't wait to watch this kid tomorrow. So, boys and girls, that about does it for me on this long review where the Lakers win. I'm feeling good. Everyone's feeling good except the Lakers haters. Fuck you all, because we don't fucking care about the haters. They hate us because they ain't us. Follow me at the SkyLounge and all the links in the description below. Like, comment, subscribe for more daily contents. Now, fuck off.